Hi, I'm Brian Farmer. I'm an entrepreneur from Central Ohio, and I want to tell you about a book, Cracking the Code, The Fascinating Truth About Taxation in America. Somewhat to my surprise, this book showed me that the income tax is perfectly constitutional. What's more, and even more to my surprise, this book made clear to me that the income tax is actually a very desirable tax since it is an excise tax on privileged activity. In fact, knowing what I now know, I firmly oppose any effort to abolish the income tax or to replace it with any alternative tax system. Those boosting such proposals simply don't understand the existing tax. Another thing this book showed me is that wages are income subject to the tax, something a lot of folks have misunderstood over the years because they rely on the common meaning of wages instead of the special legal definition which the law requires us to apply. And it showed me that anyone can become liable for the tax no matter where they live, what their citizenship might be, or what kind of work they do. That is because it is an excise tax on privileged activity, and anyone can choose to participate in the taxable activities. I've learned that while not everyone does become liable for the tax, regardless of how much money they might earn, everyone is capable of doing things that make them liable. Whether you're a government employee or a private homemaker, and whether you're an American or a foreigner, and whether you live in Guam or Ohio or Paris, France, you can do things that make you subject to the tax. This book showed me a great deal more than just these few things, of course, but this is enough to get me to this last point. Reading this book proved to me that government officials are willing to lie to keep Americans from knowing truths those officials find inconvenient. Government officials have very deliberately and explicitly lied about each of the things that I've just told you that I have learned by actually reading this book, instead of just listening to what someone else says what this book says. Those officials have claimed that this book says the opposite of each of these things, even in court filings and testimony, and even in ruling by judges. You'll understand why when you read this book for yourself. But I'm sure that even before that, you'll recognize that the reason government officials would lie about the content of a book is not because they are trying to do something good for you. Thank you for your time and attention.